Doris mill operator is a timid, erratic 60-something lady, living alone following the passing of her mom, whom she has lived with for what seems like forever. At the burial service, her more youthful sibling Todd and his better half attempt to convince her to sell the house, particularly the belongings, as she is a hoarder and has a propensity for keeping disposed of furniture and different things that she tracks down in the city. Her main dear companion is the searing Roz. However, she likewise coexists with Roz's granddaughter. While heading to work, where she has been functioning as an information passage laborer for quite a long time, she meets a more youthful colleague, John, whom she is quickly captivated by. Engaged and motivated by prosaic personal development tapes, Doris chooses to pursue him. Doris tracks down ways of certainly standing out. However, the endeavors are much of the time joined with dreams about an energetic relationship between them. With the assistance of Roz's granddaughter, she makes a phony online entertainment profile to track down data about him, and finds that he cherishes an electropop band that is arranging a forthcoming show nearby. Doris purchases a CD for the band, which definitely stands out enough to be noticed, and goes to the show, where she meets him and they hang out. The band is charmed by Doris and welcome her behind the stage, where they go through a tomfoolery evening meeting youthful craftsmen nearby. John tells her that he and his better half as of late separated over text, and gets some information about her affection life. She uncovers that she was participated before. However, when her life partner left for a task in Arizona, she needed to decrease to deal with her mom. At the point when they part for the evening, John gives her a well-disposed kiss goodnight, and Doris is infatuated. John is diverted for the following week, and Doris finds that he has a sweetheart, named Brooklyn. However, Brooklyn is amicable and enchanting, and John loves her. Doris is crushed. She goes through the late evening drinking wine, and in a tipsy attack of pain, she posts a remark on John's web-based entertainment wall while utilizing her phony profile, acting like a hated young lady whom he had a sweltering adoration illicit relationship with. The following morning, Todd shows up with her specialist, anticipating cleaning up Doris' home. However, when his significant other attempts to toss out a pencil Doris took from John, she furiously tosses them out of her home. Todd tells her that he's disheartened in her, and she counters that he was never around when their mom required help. He says that it worked out the best for his prosperity, and she lets him know that she might have had those amazing open doors, as well. At work, Brooklyn shows up and has a battle with John prior to saying a final farewell to him. Brooklyn tells Doris later that she had seen the remark on his wall and blamed him for undermining her, and she concedes that she was undermined previously. After work, John educates her regarding the episode and welcomes her to his Thanksgiving for companions. She concurs, and when he inquires as to whether she'd at any point be keen on dating a more youthful man, she expects that he is keen on her. Roz lets Doris know that she's cheated and that she's committing a gigantic error by pursuing John, for he won't ever return her expressions of warmth, yet a beguiled Doris will not tune in. She spruces up and attends the Thanksgiving party, where she meets John's uncle, who is obviously intrigued by her. During the party, she requests to converse with John in his room. While attempting to go on to him, she uncovers that she's constantly enjoyed him and that she was the one to set up the remark that divided him and Brooklyn. Upset, John repels her, stunned that his companion would split him up with a sweetheart he was so partial to. At the point when a bothered Doris asks him what he implied by inquiring as to whether she was keen on more youthful men, he concedes he was attempting to set her up with his uncle, who is 10 years more youthful than Doris in this way, a more youthful man. A hurt Doris leaves and welcomes Roz over for solace. Doris welcomes her advisor over to clean up her home, and she succeeds getting it tidied up. She likewise leaves her place of employment, and bids farewell to John before she leaves. The two end embracing a positive outlook, John having accommodated with Brooklyn. At the point when Doris goes to the lift to leave on her last day, John calls out to her, races out of his office, and tells her that he truly is keen on her and needs to start a relationship with her genuinely. They kiss, however this is completely uncovered to be the final remaining one of Doris' dreams. In actuality, alone, she enters the lift to leave. In the wake of faltering, John calls out to her and runs toward the lift. The entryway's close,